What's up, guys? Today I'm going the video route, and I'm going to start a series on how to CAS, how to be an effective CAS player, and what I do to become as good as I am in this game. It's going to be a process. It's going to be a series, so you should be able to jump to whatever series you think you need. But the first thing we're going to do is just how to bomb and bomb accurately, and I'm talking just top-down basic bombing. We'll get into other stuff later, like throwing bombs, this and that. Um, so if you watch this, if you're a newer player and you watch this in series, this will definitely help you become better at CAS and War Thunder, and making it more enjoyable for you to play the game. If you're an experienced player, you might learn some stuff. You see the way I do it, and you might try it out. You might hate it. You might have some tips for me. You put it in the comments below. So that's what we're going to do today. The first most important step in this whole process is setting up a custom battle, and we're going to do that together, and we're going to go from there. So please like the video, subscribe, and let's get to it. Alright, here we go. So the first thing we need to do here is set up a custom battle, and I'll walk you through that real quick. It's really simple. Go up to custom battles. Let me show you that one more time. Oh god, let me show it to you a little bit clearer. Up here, battles, custom battle. Alright, and this is if you ever want to have some fun, you can hop in one of these, but we're gonna make one just so we can practice our bombing. So we're gonna go to create session. If it was me, you can pick anything you want, any map you want to practice on, and that's good too. You can always practice on another map. But what works really good is to click on a battle game instead of a conquest. It's gonna make it last a lot longer and give you a little more time in the a little more time for you to play around. If you put it under conquest or anything like that, the game's not going to last nearly as long, and it's going to get frustrating going back and forth. So we're going to do Sinai. I don't know, I just feel like doing that one. You can do whatever you want, and you go to start, and from here this is up to you. I don't run arcade battle at all. I do only realistic, so I'm going to click that there. Respawns unlimited. I don't really know what that's for. And here's where you can click what you want to go against. So I'm gonna leave it full open right now because I don't need to adjust this. I don't really care. But if you want to specifically practice cast runs on any nation, this is how you can adjust that. BR, you can set it to what you feel like bombing. Just for us to this day, for the video here, we're gonna do 3.0. That gives us fast tanks. If not, the AI will sometimes get stuck in their spawn, and that's not good if that's what you if you're just going to bomb. Number of players, you can throw the single to 64. I don't think it's really necessary. The more you get, the more it's going to lag your system, so just be aware of that if you are running 64 bots, that's a lot of lag on your system. So we're going to do that. Now remember, this is just going to be for you, so you want to be careful here, and you want to put a password in for your server so people don't jump in and ruin your good time. So I'm just going to do mine as YouTube, so it's just going to be me. So that's how that's going to work. We're going to double check everything, make sure we're good. Alright, and one thing about this is if you're flying lower CAS, like lower VR CAS, I would leave this under 6.0 or 6.0 and under, because when I'm at 8.7, it's gonna, my air spawn is gonna be about 14 kilometers away from the battle. So that's a long time to be flying in if you're only bringing in a rank 2 airplane. So just keep that as for what it is. Apply. Everything's good here. We're good to go. One suggestion I would recommend is if you're just trying to practice the bombing and you're not trying to do a specific airplane, and you just want to get the feel down, make sure it's an attacker, like a strike aircraft of some sort, because the reload in the server is like a minute compared to if I do like a like a attack, not attacker. What's the other one? Whatever. The the fighter. It's gonna be like a 4-minute reload on bombs. So I always keep attacker because you'll see it. It'll be like a minute reload, and we're gonna go from there. So ready up and push start, and we get going. All right. So now that we're a little bit closer to battle, I'm gonna go ahead and go over with you how this method works. I know you've probably seen a lot of different people bomb, and I can guarantee you that if you take this method for what it is and you try this method, you're gonna absolutely increase your bombing skill level in this game. This is something that I learned on my own. Nobody taught me this. Believe me, I looked on YouTube all the time to try to figure out how to bomb better. And instead of what we all used to do is just drop every bomb I got, in a line to try to get more accurate. With a plane like this, I can get a lot of kills off of this one plane with some precision bombing. So the way that my method works is it's really, really, really simple. But pay attention. It might be confusing at first the way I explain it, but once you understand it, it's gonna be like a golden moment for you where your eyes open up. So the first step you got to do is remember that these bombs they are attached to this airplane, and what that means is they have the same speed technically initially as your airplane has. And so what that means is, and here's my secret, and here's what's got me to be such a good bomber, is that if let's say I aim my plane at this rock, alright? I know that the bombs on this aircraft are going the same speed as that aircraft. So if you picture yourself crashing into that rock, what that's going to do is, instead of crashing into it, you pretend you crash into it, but you release your bombs at the moment that you've decided you're not going to crash into it. And what that's going to do is those bombs are going to continue that path into your target. So what we'll do is we'll swing around here, and I'm gonna pick that center, looks like an oil thing, water tower, whatever, right there on my mark, right there, and we're gonna pretend that we're gonna hit it. All right, we're not gonna bomb it. We'll pretend to hit it. Pull out. All right. It's that muscle memory that if you can get a good handle on, it's that right there is what will make you a good bomber. And the more you get at it, the more you learn. If you're a little bit higher, you might need to release a little bit later. Then you can realize that you'll get better and better and better as you practice. So again, aiming my plane like I'm going to crash into it, and last minute I would have dropped my bombs right then, and what would have happened is it would have been a dead-on hit. Alright, so let's do something. Let's actually blow up that oil thing. Let's actually do that, and I'll show you what I mean. So we're going for that middle one again, just remember that. And there's actually a guy right behind it. He might be collateral, but we're not going for him. We'll do that in a little bit. Alright. So I'm aiming like I'm going to hit it. And instead of hitting it, I just drop my bombs. It's that simple. It really is. That was more of a level flight. It'll still work. Whatever was there would have been dead. But an approach like this, just more straight down, you can really put it exactly where you want it. I'm gonna take out that water tower right here. Same concept. I aim my plane through it, and wherever the plane would crash is where the bombs would hit. It's that simple. And the more you do that, the more it will pay off for you. Alright, so that guy's capturing B. So we're gonna do the same thing. And be careful of the rocks behind it, because we don't want to go into that rock. So we're actually going to lead him a little bit. Look, he's going to leave. So instead of crashing in, I drop him. That's a little bit early of a drop, only because of the rock I kind of trying to get off of it. But that guy right there in the middle, same concept. Straight down approach, you'll get a perfect bomb every time. All right, he knows what's going on, and we drop him. And then once you get that down, and you practice this, and you do this over and over again until you get good at it, it's the same concept. You can do the same bombs from this high, or as low as we were. It's literally the same thing. So I know this rock's gonna get in the way on this guy. Let's just take out one more guy, and then that's gonna conclude the part one. You just need to practice doing it. So I'm gonna lead him a little bit. That the more you do that, better off you'll be. Alright? Like I said, this is only part one. I'm going to do part 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do a whole series on not only CAS, but also just how to get better in War Thunder. So, I'll see y'all out there. Appreciate you.